Hello everybody, and welcome to your Venus and Scorpio retrograde tarot reading. So I have to give a brief intro about this video and how it works, so please just bear with me. I know nobody likes intros, but this is actually about the reading. So any question you have will be addressed here and you won't have to ask it later. This reading is for your Venus sign. It's not your sun, not your moon, not your rising. This reading is intended for your Venus sign, since Venus is actually going retrograde. Now, if you don't know what your Venus sign is, I've left a link for a free natal chart in the description box below this video, and you'll be able to see, which house and sign your Venus occupies. Now, if you do not have your actual birth time, that's okay. You'll still see which sign Venus rules is being ruled under in your natal chart. You just won't have an accurate view of which house Venus falls into. All right, you need your birth time for your houses to be precise, but you will definitely see which sign Venus sits in your natal chart. So with that said, Venus will go retrograde on October 5th. She's going to retrograde all the way back through Scorpio, which is the 8th house, and she will return to the 7th house of Libra on October 31st, where she will continue her retrograde all the way back through Libra until November 16th. Venus returns direct on the 16th of November, and she will begin her forward movement through Libra once again. She will re-enter Scorpio on December 2nd, and then finally in January of 2019, she will move into Sagittarius, which will complete a very long transit between the 7th and 8th house energies. Because Venus is currently in Scorpio. She was in Libra, and so she's almost out of Scorpio, but here she's going to backtrack all the way back through Libra. Now, astrologically wise, the 7th house is about relationships and partnerships and balance, and then the 8th house is, intensity, transformation, endings, beginnings, shared resources, just a lot of deep, intense energy. So this retrograde is truly about a powerful release and big time change in that 7th, 8th house energy, as well as wherever Venus sits in your natal chart and which houses in your natal chart are ruled by Libra and Scorpio. Okay, so you will notice this energy playing out in your relationships, in like resources, shared resources, where you need change and transformation in your life. Okay, but in your personal natal chart, where Libra and Scorpio are and where Venus is also going to be a lot of powerful energy for you. So I highly recommend you check out your natal chart with that link if you don't know it very well. And again, unfortunately, if you do not have your birth time, you will not be able to see that the houses precisely. Okay, you'll be able to see where which sign Venus sits in, but the house will not be accurate unless you have your birth time. Okay, so with that said, I will get started with your readings. Hello and welcome. This is the Venus retrograde tarot reading for those of you that have your Venus in Taurus. So let's take a look and see what's going on for you guys during this Venus retrograde. All right. Oh, look at this. We've got free will. Choose the path that is true to your values and do not hold back. Be bold and exercise your free will. You cannot change others. You can only change yourself. So those of you with Venus in Taurus, what this is saying is, as Venus begins her retrograde through Scorpio, you are really coming into an understanding of your power, your voice, it's almost like some of you have been going along with things, doing things, agreeing to things, not so much because it's what stirs your heart or makes you happy or excited or even what you really want. It's because of somebody else, and you're trying to please them, accommodate them, you know, be flexible, be compromising, all those things. And, you know, now as Venus goes retro in Scorpio, that's stirring you up a little bit where you're like, you know what? Maybe it isn't all about you. Maybe it is about me a little bit. And, you know, I want this and I want that. And this is what I expected for myself. It's like you're getting very empowered and starting to really assert yourself in situations or relationships of your life where you've been a bit more timid or you've been holding back somewhat. Okay. And also, I'm looking at this reading more from 7th, 8th house energy since that's where Venus is moving about right now. However, where Libra and Scorpio sit in your natal chart along with the house that Venus occupies is also going to have an impact. So what's coming through this reading impacts all relationships as well as these other areas of your chart that, you know, are personal to you. So you'll have to look at your chart obviously to figure that out. But you're really getting empowered and like realizing your value and that you don't have to put up with anybody else's crap if you don't want to, or you don't have to do XYZ anymore. It's like you're realizing you have a choice, and somewhere along the way you must have lost that, or something has you, you know, feeling more fear-based, afraid, like I can't speak up or I can't do this or I can't do that, and I don't know, all of that's changing as Venus is moving retro through Scorpio. And as she gets to Libra and starts her retro cycle through Libra, you have the lead card. You have wisdom, knowledge, and strength. Share your thoughts, insights, and feelings through words of purpose to inspire others through leadership. So, Taurus, this definitely is speaking about another area of your life other than just relationships. That is for sure, okay? So you've got to apply this where else it fits. And what this is saying is if you have ideas or you want to change something, you can go outside the boundaries. You can go outside what's common, what's known, the social norm, the social status. Like, you can give yourself permission to go way outside the box. And some of you, that's what you need to do. You need to become unconventional. And, you know, I know that Uranus has been retro, and I think it goes direct in January, and then it's going to move back into Taurus. Okay, and when that happens, that's where we have big time shakeups and changes. Yeah, it's just going to be like crazy. Anyways, for you, you have to go way outside to make your place, to stand out, to be authentic to who you truly are. And there's like some sort of restriction that you've been holding back on, like, you know, oh, maybe that's, I need to be a bit more conservative, or that's too bold, that's too crazy, that's too radical, or nobody really does this or thinks this way. Guess what? Put it out there, okay? You have power here, and it's for some reason you don't feel like you do. And for those of you where this is talking, you know, about relationship, this is where you become empowered, like I said, and realize you have a choice and a voice. And now here you're taking the lead of your own life, and you're like, no, I don't think so. If you're going to be around me, you're going to be this, that, or the other, or we're just not going to be close, or whatever the case is for you, okay? So this Venus retrograde cycle, for those of you that have Venus in Taurus, very empowering, very enlightening time. So between now and the end of the year, there's going to be a lot of shifting and changing energies inside of you, where you're going to become more assertive. You're going to lay down more boundaries. You are going to speak your mind a whole lot more and not be so compromising and willing to go with the norm or with what somebody else wants when it just does not suit you whatsoever, okay? No matter who they are. So let's add more energy to this. All right, over here, free will. All right, so you got the white egret, focus, patience, artist. Yeah. Listen, those of you that are creative, that are talented, or even, if you work in some sort of office or corporation where your talents or creativity aren't required, I just feel like those of you that have that, like, really just go crazy with it. Like, go crazy with it. Some of you have some sort of artistic talent and ability that you put on the shelf a long time ago, and now as Venus moves back through Scorpio, she's gonna reawaken you and say, you can do this. Why aren't you doing this? Like, you're talented, you're creative. Again, those of you who've been kind of holding yourself back in some capacity with your creativity, your talent, no, give yourself permission to go way outside that box, especially paired up with this card right here, okay? As far as relationships go, there may be somebody that you guys have met or that you know that you're interested in, but they are so different from who you are, from your background, your culture, what you believe in, the way you were raised, just completely different. And that may be your hesitation to get involved with them. And what I see here is you need to give yourself permission. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Who cares if this is an unconventional relationship or partnership for whatever the reason may be? Who cares? You're living your life for you, for what makes you happy, and you need to give yourself permission to do so. And as Venus retrogrades through Scorpio, it ignites that fire in you where you're like, you're damn right, I do count, and this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do. And in that power, like, you become the leader, you become a force, all right? Well, over here we have the waves of faith, surrender, and trust. This is where some of you hold yourself back because you're like, I don't know what's up ahead. I don't know how people are going to respond to this. I don't know what my partner's going to think. I don't know what my family's going to think of me. This is where I have to bring you over here and say, who cares? Because your true happiness comes from being authentic to your own soul, and it is screaming. And Venus moving retro through Scorpio is going to just rattle all that up to where you can't turn away from it. And even if you're afraid and you don't know if you will be successful or you don't know how people will react, it doesn't matter. You've got to take the chance. You've got to take the lead. And as Venus retros through Libra, you're going to really be feeling that. And you're going to, by the end, you're going to know what you need to do. And I'm not going to care, and you're not going to be held back. And I will say this, when I first started really doing tarot, I did not want to tell a lot of people that I did it, especially when I got my channel. Like, nobody who knew me knew that I had a tarot channel going. And the reason for that was because I had received a little bit of backlash from the few people that I had told. And so I was kind of ashamed and embarrassed of doing tarot, which is my talent, okay? That's authentic to my soul. And I had to go through this energy right here and give myself permission. Not only that, to present my tarot in a different way on YouTube than most other readers do, and hope, that people like it. And because I like using a lot of cards and I like looking at pretty things, and I'd rather look at the cards than look at myself. So I just feel that you've got to be true to who you are and give yourself permission, even if there's people who disagree or judge you or are negative. It's like you are working through all that energy during this Scorpio Libra Venus retro. And this could be within existing relationships as well, where you're finally going to put your foot down, all right? Or you've been kind of scared to end some relationships because you're like, well, I don't know who I would be without this person. Well, this retrograde, it's like you're not going to care anymore. You're like, nope, my soul is my soul, and I hear it calling me, and I'm going to go where it's telling me to go because there's something good up ahead for me. And look at this. Yep, magician, the magic. This is where, maybe you need to just go within and not ask or seek permission from anybody else for what you want to do, what you want to be, what you want to become. It's all about your soul and what lights you on fire. And this Venus retrograde really going to push you to feel that. It will haunt you. Yeah, look at this. We have the Ten of Cups. This is your ultimate happiness right here. Okay, and I want to point out that Venus, one of Venus's homes, is in Taurus. Her other home is in Libra. She's retrograding through Libra. So you having your Venus in Taurus, that's a home sign for her. So to me, this looks like blessing coming your way. This could be second house, finances, you know, resources, job, money coming in. Here we have the Seven of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Yes, listen, you guys, even if you will be sad to walk away from certain situations, relationships, or people, do not be afraid to do that, okay? You've got to do what's right for you. And I just feel like, if anything, there's other people, though well-intended, that hold you back, okay? And you're going to feel all of this quite emotionally, because we have 3 Cups cards here, the 10, the 7, and the 5. And, you know, you've got to let go of whatever's holding you back, even if it does mean a lot to you, because there's better ahead. There's a lot of prosperity ahead for you, okay? But it's like, you've got to assert yourself. You've got to stand up for yourself, even in the face of those you really admire, really care about, really feel connected to. Like, you've got to be authentic to you and speak your truth. And some of you, I feel like there's just some sort of secret or something that you just keep tucked away inside that you don't tell most people or certain people. And this retrograde is like stirring that up, where it's coming to the point of, you've got to be real about who you are. And if somebody cannot accept you or love you for who and what you are, that's their damn problem. There is nothing wrong with you. Like, the angels are like, just be you, shine, you know, who cares? Give yourself the permission to be what you want, to do what you want, to be with who you want. If you don't want to be in a relationship, get out of it. Even if it's going to upset somebody, it's like, no, what's good for you? Because you're a leader. You know, some of you, if this is about work, I'm telling you, you going way outside the box is what's going to give you that step up, okay? So, and there's nothing to worry about. Like, I feel like you're fearing, you're worrying, what do I do, or how's this going to, you don't even need to worry about all that. It's like, once you're authentic and true to you, you just need to take the plunge, even if you don't know what's up ahead, even if you don't know how it's going to turn out, even if you don't know how you're going to be received. As long as you're being true to you, you're guaranteed that whatever the outcome is, it's going to be in your highest good, okay? So let's pull an outcome card. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Oh my God. Listen, those of you with Venus and Taurus, whew, do not let go of your dreams. Do not let go of your authenticity. Do not let go of who you are. I don't care how many times you've been rejected. I don't care. No, you have something special. You be you, and you just shine that, and you project that, and just watch. You are a leader, okay? Sometimes you gotta stumble, sometimes you gotta fall in order to stand on very strong legs to lead, okay? Others of you, don't worry about the hows, whys, all of that. It will happen. It will come to you as it's unfolding. And some of you, I'm telling you, by being your authentic self and really putting it out there, that creates this opportunity that's like once in a lifetime for you, okay? Do not fear. Do not fear the future. you guys, there is something magical coming for you through this Venus retrograde cycle, and it's a very rare thing. Whether it's about a job, it's about a relationship, you name it, you know, it's going to be different for all of you because your Venus falls in different areas of your chart, but it's like expect the unexpected in a very good way after you allow yourself to be truly who and what you are. Don't worry about the future. It's going to be good. Everything's going to work out in the highest good of you, okay? So, those are your messages for those of you who have Venus in Taurus. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care.